as we go into game 1. Throw over to myself. Death is who we're watching. The man of the moment. The greatest player I ever have seen. And honestly, my best friend. So, I hope he does well. FaZe, he's your best friend as well, isn't he?
I don't. No. We hate each other. Completely hate each other. I don't know who the guy is. Nonetheless, I do love Bert. He's a great guy. Getting the MacGuffin straight to the base. That was a great throw. Great utilization of it. Hopefully his teammates can come and help him in time. He's on his own at the moment, trying to cap. There's 2 players fighting him already. He's got some help. I'm not sure how long that's going to last for though.
Who knows, man? Vindicator coming up. It will be a cap for PTSD. Gunchamp, though, does get the pull. It's going to be a cap now. Vindicator going over to Sen in the end, who will be making a beeline for the wrong base. Right.
Wrong base, and it always happens. It doesn't matter how long you play for. It doesn't matter how much practice you got. You will always go to the wrong base at some point.
MacGuffin and Vindicator over on the side of PTSD. Death double fisting it right now. Gonna get caught out by Messick though, who now is in a bit of a sticky situation himself. Sen and Pit double a lot.
That looked like a couple of fingers.
What's going on?
Not fist. But look, they're bringing it back to the base. 20 to 13. Hopefully they can cap. Gunchamp is waiting for his teammates to go and finish people off. Fortunately, he had to do it himself. Pit on point, capturing the MacGuffin, going by shaft area. It's a very tough area to go by, as there's that area has the most spawns on the map. So you have to be very careful that your enemies don't spawn on that particular side of the map.
Yep. Gonna get shot down is Pit, who is probably gonna ask his team if Red's up and get told nope, no time soon. White gonna be taking this MacGuffin and
Definitely the great rocket place.
Yeah, Pit chasing him down with the blaster. I swear we've seen so much more done with the blaster today than we have typically. Gunchamp with the shaft out, unable to get the cap though, and they're murdering each other, FaZe, at a rate of knots.
At a very fast rate. But as you mentioned previously, the use of blaster in the last couple of games is great. It's good to see it. It seems that teams are getting more comfortable with the way you have to track the players with it, and it's great because if you can hit with blaster, you will be doing the most damage on the server.
Yeah, absolutely, and what a joy it is to see Gunchamp with the power up pushing on in. It's an easy frag for him, making this defense happen. Shotgun out, shotgun roaring, as he will take down Death. Follow up with Sen. Now has Pit as well as Sen again in his cross, as he'll take both, but Death gets revenge. I don't know how much it matters though, unless he can make this pull, and he does all alone, but can't move. The shaft is there.
Can't move,
and once again,
yeah, but the way he was defending the base with the power up was great, because not only he was wasting the time, he was killing them very slowly, meaning that there was even more time wasted before they even came to the base to get the MacGuffin. It was great.
Interestingly, the man who gave us all the information on the NA teams was Death, and I will say that when he wrote about himself, he said he hated it, but then he also said that he was the most important player on the team, and if he succeeded, they'd do well. That is the level of ego we're dealing with here. And so far,
that he's the most important person, of course.
Yeah, it's not going well for my boy at 1281 damage.
But realistically, Death being in a way, even though he did hate writing down, that he is the player that the team will be depending the most on his performance.
Yep.
Whereas Egg Control, even though they're all good players, they lack the experience that PTSD does have. As you can see, Egg Control won the first point. That doesn't mean they're gonna be able to win the entire map. Time will tell. So wow, what a lot of rockets happening. I don't know where they were coming from at the same time. It was just a lot of shooting.
Is it a spectator bug? Is it just the nature of team modes? Who knows? Sen gonna make the frag happen, hits the pincer as well, and that's crucial. That's death to follow up. And this is a tidy little capture so far for Team PTSD, but what can they do on the power-up?
But look, that's what happened last round, right? PTSD got the first cap, and then Gunchamp with the power-up once again does the same thing. Gets the power-up, goes into the base, captures back, and then that's where it goes downhill for Team PTSD.
Right, because they just held it and they're looking to make a very similar thing happen. Messick there with the cap, Gunchamp still with the Vindicator and quite a little bit of stack. The only thing is both Hoyt and Messick are very low indeed. Messick trying to make it happen with the pincer, but even the MG, absolutely lethal for him right now. Death gonna get the pull, but well, it's not gonna do much good, I don't think.
The attempts are there, and we cannot take that away from PTSD. They make great attempts at getting that MacGuffin. It's just a little bit of a better timing as a team pushing in together, and they'll be able to get that MacGuffin back to their base.
Gunchamp has been stalwart on this red armor, and you can see that coming to the fore right now as he has so much stack, but up against two players, up against three, he can't quite make it work. But Messick doubles up with the pincer. Oh, and I believe that was a collateral.
That was a collateral, and he doesn't have to do anything else. He just has to stand on the back of the base and people.
It's a tale as old as time, isn't it? Sitting at the back and pincering people, just what you love to do in MacGuffin. I know Wins loves to do it, FaZe loves to do it, Gunchamp loves to do it, Messick loves to do it. It's perhaps the only thing we can all agree on.
Perhaps. Everything else, yeah. Might not want to talk about that.
A desperate push onto the point from PTSD. Death with a little bit of a contingency plan on the Vindicator, but he's going to get knocked down. It goes to Pit in the end, who now has to try and make this push happen. But the boys over on Egg Control, they sort of hide. Turns around, Messick catches him. Sen will still have the Vindicator though. MacGuffin as well. Here's the pull and the run. Getting caught out though, shafted in the back and then pincered as well. Sen will make the cap happen, but he's left pretty low. Hoyt takes him down. And as soon as they capture it, already there is contention on the side of Egg Control.
I think so far, in the last 20 seconds, everybody had the MacGuffin at some point. It's just crazy how it's being intercepted by everybody. It's such a crucial round for PTSD to win right now. They have to hold onto that defense as much as they can. Two people pushing Death, you can't really do much about that. Coming back, spawning on Blaster. It's a good spawn, not much you can do with it at the moment.
This is one volatile ass game right now, as Messick will be looking to get the final capture of the round. Overtime is activated. Where are the tippy-tappy touches? It's going to be Pit getting all three with his rocket launcher, dropped by Hoyt, but that's there to collect the MacGuffin. A little bit confused about where he wants to go, though, as he does have a teammate behind him, an enemy in front. And, you know, but he's pretty old these days, you know, he struggles to tell apart enemies from friends.
It takes some time to make that decision on the go, as you can see, but it's okay. He will make it happen at some point. Now again is the time for defending. Fortunately, nobody's in the base apart from Bird himself. Look, I don't know what more they can do. It's very hard. They seem to be capturing the points all the time, but it's not really helping them at this point. 2-0.
And that's going to be map 1 for Egg Control. They were the 4th seed in this tournament. absolutely the expected result, but still, it was. I'm not going to say it was tight, but it was certainly contentious. They had their moments on PTSD, and I think now that they get their pick, maybe go to Extinction, where their old veteran arena FPS savvy is going to be really important. They can have a decent chance here.
I think Egg Control, even though they are the least experienced team in comparison to PTSD, the way that they were handling the MacGuffin, throwing it to each other, and the way they were throwing it to each other, and how they were capturing the point, was what made it happen for them. It was not only good communication by the look of it, how they were all playing together all the time, the throws were really making it happen for them. And I don't think there was a single throw that they have messed up, or that wasn't made with a conscious decision. It was all perfectly executed.
Oh, it's a surprise pick for me. It will be PTSD taking us to Furnace for a game of Wipeout. I wasn't expecting that, Fez.
I wasn't really expecting from both teams to go for the Wipeout. Put it this way. Maybe they feel comfortable enough that if Egg Control's team play is so good, the one game mode that you can break that team play with small things is Wipeout.
Right. I mean, I feel like this is almost a sign of low confidence from PTSD, I think, to go to Wipeout. The most volatile, the most variable mode there is. So honestly, I don't like their chances, but we will have to see on board with Death, and of course, he's going to get his hands dirty very quickly.
I mean, sure. I mean, I would not
now and getting a frag.
Oh, yeah. I will not go to the extent to say that it's maybe not confidence. I think it is confidence to the point where they understand they can win in this mode and they're proud of it. And you know, there's nothing to take away from that. I think it's a great choice by them. It would be a little bit silly to pick a game mode where the other team could utilize their team play. So Wipeout is just a good mode for them at the moment.
Death gonna get caught out. Goon-Champ will collect. Pit left all alone, but well, Death's back pretty soon. Messick having a little bit of a duel hit. And you gotta see Furnace again. I think we've seen more Wellspring today. What do you think a team likes or dislikes about Furnace as opposed to Wellspring? Why would you pick one over the other?
Two different maps, two different sizes, two different areas. In Wellspring, there's a lot of close combat going on throughout the entire match, and there's a lot of void. Some teams like to rely on the close combat and the voids, which can create hectic fights. Whereas on Furnace, a lot of it is about discipline. It's about being in one place and sticking to that place and attacking when there's a right moment. On Wellspring, it's a little bit of a lot more messier approach, as again, closer combat leads to more chaotic fights.
Right, Pit. Okay. Alright, there goes the round. Not too sure what happened, but hey, we'll move on with it. There's plenty of rounds of Wipeout to see tonight. You don't need to understand every single one of them. Get off my back, alright?
It's all about looking, shooting, clicking on heads, you know.
That's it. We got an educated, older audience in the arena FPS scene. They can do their own analysis for themselves. Pit gonna be left pretty low, and this is hairy, very hairy, almost as hairy as me.
Very hairy, and
he's gonna drop.
Well, nothing is as hairy as you. Okay.
You should see my hands.
Not that I know, but nonetheless, it seems that PTSD so far is fancying their chances on potentially maybe getting the second round. They have the most stack out of the entire team. And look,
yeah,
few pushes that they have to make, and it should guarantee them the win as long as they push together.
I do love that Jahar is putting us on death at almost every opportunity. And he's struggling our dear lad, isn't he?
Just putting ideas in our heads.
We're watching Sen for a change, who at range is going to throw his smoke and jump into it because he's a real man. Oh dear lord. Grenades. Yeah. He doesn't fear the Reaper either.
Hey, look,
dear. What's going on? Man?
I don't think any of those teams want to push each other. I mean, right now they will. It's free. It's 2 versus 1. The last guy is not that healthy. They really need to get together or heal if they do want to do that. They have 4 seconds. They know where the last guy is, and that was quite unfortunate.
Wasn't it? Goon Champ gonna be rocket jumping up with the pincer. We'll take down Sen. And sort of spawning in drips and drabs, one at a time. More reserved pace than perhaps you could be used to in Wipeout. Goon Champ, a drop will take Pit. And now sees a healing bowl.
That's one of the Furnace's playstyles, is the slow one. It's quite a big map. There's a lot of open space. You don't really want to be pushing into people because you might be met with 2 or 3 pincers. It's not very safe to, play that way.
Absolutely. Here is Hoyt. Healing his friend and looking for any possible aggressors. He's protecting his boy. Fiercely loyal, Hoyt. And there's Sen. Alright.
It almost worked out.
Surprise.
Almost worked out.
Yeah. Nope. Chuck Tester. Sen. You're probably too young for that one, FaZe. You don't get that meme, do you? It's an old one.
We are almost the same age. Come on.
I know we're the same age, FaZe, alright? But it's funny because I never get to be older than anyone.
Look, I know Chuck Tester meme. It's okay. I was born then.
It's about Goon Champ and Hoyt on this upper level. Hoyt's going to be dropping down. Eggcon already is death and Pit take a spill.
No,
doesn't come to much of anything though.
No, it doesn't come to much anything, but at the same time, someone has to die at some point. The Death is very aware that there are people healing in the pipes area right here. But whether it's right to push, probably not. He doesn't really have his team supporting him. He can do some damage to Goon Champ. Getting a kill, he notices 2 more players in the middle, gets the second one. 2 players are still up, 3 players are up from the egg control team. Yeah, it's not looking good for PTSD. I mean, look at their respawn timer. It's getting longer and longer.
Yeah. And this is Pit all alone for 5 seconds. Death going to be coming to support him, so that's not much help either. Really waiting on Sen. Pit on the high ground. It's a good position. Gonna find his friend. But
nice
just getting outshot at the moment. Yeah, does get dropped.
Okay. 26 seconds respawn timer. They know exactly where they are right now. It would be very smart for them to push together, not push alone. They have 20 health, dies to 1 pincer shot, and it's 2 versus 1. They really have to squeeze their butts and find the player.
This is the classic hiding spot on Furnace. Gonna hit a cheeky little rocket and go through that telly, but now where are the RJs? Where's the telly? Oh no, Sen! He's caught on the outside. He's gonna take that message though, and now with Siphonator activated, maybe able to make something happen. Hoyt will take him down, but Pit is up in the nick of time.
I'm lacking words for that rocket, that one rocket that saved the entire game so far. That was a really, really well placed one.
high ground, not getting a whole lot done, but he is living, and that is crucial right now in the 1v3 for another 5 seconds. Gonna play over by Blue. Here comes the incoming shaft of Messick. Pit doesn't know if he's between a rock and a hard place. He decides to fight the rock.
But he hits everything.
What makes it happen?
Wow.
Sen with the implosion weeble and the rocket jump. Siphonator versus Siphonator. Sen getting the damage done. I think the better end of this. Goonchamp's pretty low himself and the rockets are good. Sen makes it happen. 2-1.
Makes it happen.
PTSD.
The switch to shaft. It could have been avoided. That entire. Oh no. Oh no. He must be kicking himself over. But that's okay. He did his best. That was the best ever he could have gotten there. Like, smoke fights are always messy. You can't never know what way it will go. Unfortunately, for the air control team, it went for PTSD. 2-1 so far. Not everybody is doing that hot today, especially not Def, but that's okay.
Hey, he's turned up. It's the participation that counts.
Right. The you tried award.
Gotcha. Wait, can we take down Sen Messick in a little bit of a situation there, and we'll get taken down. It's Pit doing all the work right now until he's not. Goonchamp takes him down and now takes down Death. Oh, it's Messick. Oh, it's messy. Dear Lord, who could possibly follow this or cast it? Not I. As Sen will fall, and that's the end of a round.
It's 2-2, but I would like to say that Goonchamp's shaft at that point was really good. He was hitting above 40 couple percent, which is very hard to do in Wipeout versus really good teams. So I think that was a great effort by him.
It certainly was. Messick. Some decent work done, and that's great shaft over onto Pit.
But Pin's response with a slow weeble was really good as well. He knew that Messick wouldn't push if he puts the slow weeble down, because if he does, he can get easily Pin in the air with shaft.
Great damage coming out, but Hoyt is left alone. Eggman is called. Not a lot of stack on the side of PTSD, though. They are going to be doing some very efficient healing, but it's 3 players without armor versus 3 fresh spawns, and that could spell disaster.
It is already looking like a disaster. PTSD health is slowly going down. Pit with the lowest stack at the moment. Sen second smallest. It's a tough situation to be in, knowing that the enemy team is still fully almost stacked with armors. You have to play very safe.
I almost feel like it was to their benefit that Pit died there.
At some point in Wipeout, you do have to sacrifice yourself. Yeah.
For now, they're going to content themselves with a little bit of healing of their own. Death, almost the sole player left with any armor. You're gonna find someone at some point. We'll take down Sen. Yeah, and Death. Slow going here. Implosion Weeble up against Hoyt. Just needed a single cell of LG, and he'll manage that.
Definitely a good choice of weapons for that interaction, as he heard him yell very loud. Now the question was, who's gonna take the teleport? I'm glad they both didn't, because one of them could have potentially be left behind.
And Messick being really helpful, looking into a wall so that I couldn't tell where he was. Thank you. We're on board with Death, who's gonna find him, but not much he can do. Not got the HP to really aggress upon him.
I think what Death could do right now, given that Sen and Pit, well, now Sen is somewhat fully stacked, he should probably sacrifice himself since he cannot heal. You should go in, do damage, as he does have a slower, well, faster respawn time, I'm pretty sure, from the entire team. And that way he can come back into the game with full stack and help out. But right now, 68 health, not doing so hot again.
no, gonna be dropping down. White will
Found
take
all the
down
players in
Death.
corner. Perfect.
Yeah. And Pit's like, they're all low, but there's also 3 of them. What do?
Yes.
And he's gonna wait for them to come to him, and I think it's sort of working so far. If he could hit a little bit more, Sen's back up now. Goonchamp and Hoyt, healthy but not armored. There's a chance here for PTSD, I think, to be very aggressive.
It's now the question is, have they done their maths? Have they understood how low the egg control was at that point? I don't think they have.
No, absolutely not. Goonchamp gonna take a spell. It's all left to Masic. And you can see Death in hot pursuit.
Dude, like running around Rosie right now, just going from one point to another, and is hiding the whole time. It's great. It's fun.
Isn't it just?
Oh, Messick just saw some heal weebles, potentially getting some information for his team. None of them will capitalize on that though. They will carry on being on the higher ground, which essentially, well, that didn't work out in this favor.
No. I don't think anything's working out right now, FaZe. Let's be honest. This is a bit of a slog right now.
You need some chaos.
As neither team can make it happen. White gonna be healed back, not quite to full, but high. Oh, thank God he didn't heal to full there. I was worried. I was like, if that heal weeble goes all the way to 200, I'm gonna look like a fool. But it didn't.
Well,
happen.
It didn't happen. It's okay. we can just move on past that now and focus on egg controls stacks, because they're huge right now in comparison to PTSD.
Apart from Death, of course.
No, but what is he gonna do with that stack, you know?
Oh, Death could do a lot of things with that stack. Peekaboo! Death all alone for 26 seconds. Oh,
so
mate.
we're sitting by his stack, huh? Let's have a look.
Let's go. Big boy Bert gonna make it happen, no doubt. There goes Hoyt.
3 guys chasing him.
Bye bye,
oh,
Messick.
No, he went
Death continues. The one-man army. Siphonator so strong.
Oh, so
Goonchamp does it. Oh no.
I was pretty sure he would win that fight. I was pretty sure Death would win it. It was looking so promising. Oh no. I hope he forgets about it fast.
Oh, people are playing Wipeout for money, FaZe. It is wild. Goonchamp doing pretty well for himself. Messick as well, going to be dropping down on a bit shoved out, and that's a lot of damage.
Right, look, they play like they're enjoying it, so that's important. Messick pushing Sen, getting all the kills so far. 57, 15 health only. Okay, they gotta heal up fast together, and one of his teammates should. There you go, throw the Weevil down so you can heal up faster. Now, Death on 10-second respawn, Pit on 100 health, around 100 health only. It's not looking good for them.
It's
so now the tables are gonna turn.
Death, though. Yeah, we'll see what they can do. Pit left pretty low, gonna be favouring this pincer from afar. And so far, so good. Had a heal weeble all along, who knew?
What a teammate, huh? Had a heal weeble, didn't use it before. Maybe he knew this would happen. Okay.
Very passive at the moment. Sen's gonna be the one to draw first blood.
that frag, wow. That was a great frag to have, especially because you don't want to be pushing yourself into that small area. You just want to pre-spamming it, and if you get a kill, it's a bonus, and it's a great bonus. It really does help the team. Now, both Hoyt and Sen fighting each other, both of them not really coming out well out of this fight.
Oh.
And
Sen doing so much damage, and Messick goes off the edge. Oh, it's a clown fiesta, my friends. It is a very interesting game of Wipeout we're watching today.
no, that was great. Out of all the angles he could have been flying because of that rocket, he went in between those two pipes, which was amazing.
Oh, it was the best. It was superb all round. Unchamp gonna get tagged on the way out there as he tries to bring himself closer to his teammates. Pit here with the aggression. Death on the other side of the map healing. And that's what we're watching right now. He's yeah, he's got 158 HP. Nice.
Look, yeah, this is going to be going on for a really long time. If they're all going to be sitting in one place, they really, like one of them has to make some sort of a move, like Sen right now, which is great. Just chasing a guy who's just running a marathon. Holy crap!
Yeah,
2 eggs chasing out the egg.
Very low. There we go. All right.
Okay. Did he just get killed by a Weeble?
Yep, that's what's happened. 5 damage rather from the slow Weeble.
Perfect.
And yeah, there we go. We're gonna
like
stay on board with Death.
Yeah, let's watch.
All right.
Death die. Okay. That was interesting. Messick, let's see what he can do with 100 full health. Not much apparently. Just running around everywhere that he can. I'm glad that they're healing together. Messick, I'm not too sure why he didn't want to heal down with his friends, but that's fine.
Yeah, just stay up top. Who needs teammates? You, Messick. You need teammates. As he will now be caught out, but that's a decent position here. Very hard for the enemy player to get on top of him. And, well, somehow manages to avoid a couple of pincers that could have spelled his end. Messick now trying to fight on with the last. He's going to fall to a Weeble as well. And it's left to Hoyt and Goonchamp for a little while there. Fighting up against Pit. Oh, difficult, awkward situation with the geometry there.
I would say it worked out in Hoyt's favor. 100%
yeah,
worked out in Hoyt's favor.
Three plays three.
Yeah, both teams were in a little bit of a campy mode again. Just not really pushing. Just standing on the one side of the map, waiting for the player to spawn. It's 3 versus 2 right now. 8 seconds before the PTSD's Sen will respawn. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. It's not looking good for PTSD.
No, at the moment. Well, with Messick down, Goonchamp as well, Hoyt left alone. There is a chance. He's going to play it incredibly passive down in Banana.
Towards him.
Playing for the noise. Oh, come on. Messick will spawn, and that is crucial.
So close.
2 pincers. Hoyt making a lot of damage happen here up against Sen. Hits from behind though, and yeah.
And Messick dropping down. Works in his favor. I thought they would drop down straight away for him, but they didn't. They preferred to hold back a little bit, which is a great decision to make. But I'm not sure if that's gonna be a good decision. Pit is on 130 health. He's being chased by 3 people. Can he make it? 20 seconds. Playing around Rosie. Smoke. Yeah, he might die.
Come
in a moment.
All right.
Yep. There we go.
Things
a
have happened.
pincer catching a pixel.